So this is the tape. You really shouldn't be about anything because your body needs all of it. Everything in moderation. Wow. We all know the general rules, right? But 9 times out of 10, we're either overeating the stuff that tastes really good, like dairy, right? Or carbs, and we're under eating our protein. Does that help a little bit? And if we could get it where we eat a little heavier proteins and a little lighter on the others, your fats and carbs, yes, things will change. But you can't give up a certain food group. How about that? Yeah. Well, I'm getting ready to grab a second chair.
Mr. Sigmund, okay. You're talking, see?
I am talking. I'm like going, and that's not what I was after. Okay, I'm hoping this download. And if it didn't download, I'm gonna be highly upset. This is the only time I get to play it today.
Oh, you're doing theme music, huh?
Hopefully. But unfortunately, the app will not even open right now. That's disappointing. I worked on it last night, going, okay, it's gonna work, it's gonna work. And it's not gonna work. In fact, the app's not even opening.
It's gonna be so cold for those kids tomorrow. They'll sit outside, pass out.
Get your fire pit.
We did get a fire pit.
So my daughter says, I just made bags for my neighbor's kids and
Get bags for these.
I'm gonna shut the door, turn on the light.
Party's over.
Right, oh, 8 o'clock.
And I'm gonna listen to that dog every time
Yeah.
the door.
Right? Alright, so I'm just putting that out because, okay. So when we're doing this morning, I want you to think about your glutes. I mean, like, the whole time. And about keeping your tailbone kind of tucked under. Because it's gonna be about your glute today. Seriously, about your glute. And it's kind of like protein. We kind of forget about it, right? We forget about using it, and then we got our lower back hurting. So if we get where we use the glutes better, it will be helpful. So I'm gonna put this over to the side just a minute, because I'm gonna warm up a bit. And hopefully, everybody's gonna be happy in just a second. So, nice and wide, toes turned out, soft knees, we're just gonna rock side to side. And I want you to stand really tall here. I want you to feel your weight in your heels and your twishes tucked under. Karen, can you go wider? There you go. Because I am like, these are my hips, right? I want to be definitely outside. And we're gonna start kicking back to the corner. So kick back to the corner, back to the corner, back to the corner. Opening at the hips, stretching the inner thighs, all the good stuff. And 4, and 3, and 2. Go to a single squat position, plie, up, down, and up. And again, I want to keep my body back. I want to be able to look straight ahead. Can you find your belly? Can you feel this down here? Now think about your glutes, right? And down, and up, and down, and up. One more. And up, rest for a second. So you should have been able to feel your glutes, your inner thighs, quads, and abdominals. All right, so. Sorry, we're gonna have fun. I'm on my left foot. And you notice, this is the balance point. So we're gonna lift and to the side, side lift. Forward and side. So don't turn your leg up. So definitely lead through the heel and side, because you can't go very high then, correct? And side, so you can definitely feel what's going on. Now, your left glute, is it active, or can you squeeze into it more? Tuck your tush. Because what happens is, you're standing there and you're so concentrated on this moving leg that you forget to squeeze your glute on the standing leg. One more each way. And rest for a second, shake out your legs, we're gonna flip the chair. Same concept. Ready, and up. And again, I'm sitting back on my right heel. Want to take the leg forward and fire hydrant. The fire hydrant, if you're going super high, that means you're turning your foot out, right? You can only go so far because we're waking up those hips, the hip joints itself. Abs are in. And just up and to the side. It might feel a little achy. From the work. Be great. And side. And up. And 10 seconds. And forward. And side. Let's do one more each way. And come down. Can you feel your hip joints? Right? You know where they're at. So put it on the other side. That's where we're going to do this. Just a second. Next one. Ready, that plie? Ready? We're just gonna go down and up. Now squeeze your tush, stay nice and tall. Think about your inner thighs and your glutes. Can you stretch into your inner thighs? Keep your tush tucked underneath you. And down, and up, and down, and up. Again, pulling the abs up and in. Sliding down the wall, slide down the wall. Slide down the wall. Excellent. The knees push back. 10 seconds. Wait a minute and squeeze your tush. And one more. And come up. So you're starting to warm up a little bit. Now you understand why I have like no weights today. Okay, we're going right back to that knee lift, side lift. And here we go. Up. And to the side, up, and to the side, pulling everything up, and clenching your left glute. When you tighten your glute, can you feel it a little more? You're just bringing awareness to everything, up, and side. And again, pull up your pelvic floor. Can you feel those lower abdominals firing up now? Squeeze your left glute. Keep squeezing that left glute. You have 10 seconds. And up, and side, and up, and side. Let's do one more each way. We have just enough time to stop, shake it out, flip the chair. Get settled into that right heel, nice and tall, ready, lift forward, lift, and side, and lift, and side, and lift, and side. Nice. And again, are you squeezing your right glute? So I want you to think about keeping your head up and looking straight ahead today. When we look down, it changes our body position. Head weight is over your right heel. Pull everything up. And up. And side. We have 10 seconds. Squeeze your belly. Pull up. one more which way. Well, look and change the chair. You can feel your hips, right? You can feel this area. The plie. Pull yourself up and lower and lift, lower and lift, lower and lift. This should feel a little easier. Hips should be nice and lubricated by now. And I'm pulling up through my abs, pulling my thighs together as I stand up, and my glutes are tight the whole time. So I've been trying to figure out a way to do more glute activation and inner thigh activation. You have 8 minutes. Ooh, you have 8 minutes. Keep going. And stand up. Everyone just got really tired. Right? Like it's time to go. And thinking about form a little bit. So I want to stand to the side. I'm going to turn my knee out, and I'm going to reach back. But what I'm not doing is this. See how I'm arching, right? So if I have my knee bent and I just open, there you go. So my foot is right next to my leg. And then I'm going to go back just a little bit. Can you feel your glute clench on your left side? Keep it tight and tucked in. Tap the floor. Ready? Tap, 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 tap. Can you feel? So it's a lift, Karen, not to the side, to the back. So tap the floor. Think about tapping the floor more than lifting. Keep your glute clenched and tucked under. And hold still for just a second. We're going to tap the floor, tap the floor. Turn your knee up. Feel that, right? So if you open the hips up, so if we open the hips up, I have my foot turned out, it stays in the same spot, right? I'm basically just doing this. I want to open it and try to keep the hips parallel to the chair, because then it fires all of that up. Does that make more sense? I'm not going to say it's easy, right? Let's do the other leg. So turn your knee to the wall, slide your foot back, but we don't want the hip to open up. We don't want it to go with it. It stays parallel. Sometimes it helps to have the chair touching your thighs, right? And that way you know how far you can actually lift and lower the leg without the hip opening up. Does that feel different? It's very, I'll call it concentrated. We're just tapping and tapping and tapping. Keeping your toes tucked under. Just do 4, 3, 2, rest. So when you come up, yeah.
It's just on the verge of a chart.
Charlie horse, right? But it's very specific, right? And so what happens when we do all our leg stuff is that we're like, oh, we're doing really well because we can lift really high. That's because my hips going with it, right? And it makes me pitch. But if I stay here and I open up, that's it. I can't lift any higher. I can lift higher if I go crazy. All right, so we're gonna do that one again. We're gonna make a little twist on it though. Nice and tall. On your left, in your left heel, or right heel, excuse me. Turn your left knee out, right? Now, before you move the leg back, can you feel your hip joint? Like you can feel it stretch. Keep the stretch and just chill back a little bit. Because you can't go very far without it disengaging. Put your left hand on your glute. Can you feel your glute fire up? Right? It should be tight down in the bottom side of it. We're going to tap your toe to the right. So tap your toe to the right. Tap your toe to the right. Don't give up. Anything you just gave, engage. Tap your toe. tap your toe, tap your toe, tap your toe. Really keep that left glute engaged, well, both glutes are engaged, but that left one's having to work a little bit more. Keep going. Let's do 4, 3, 2, and rest. When you rest, can you feel it go? Whew. All right, same concept, right? Everything's nice and tall. You're in your left heel. Make sure it's tucked. Turn your foot out, right? And again, I like having, I know it's hands-on class today. Hands on your right glute. Can you feel your right glute? So, Karen, another glute. There you go. So where I'm feeling is actually here. So when I turn out, I'm already engaged, and then I can keep it more engaged, right? Correct. Tuck your butt. Slide the foot slightly back, just to have space, and we're going to tap to the left. Tap left, tap left, tap left, tap left. Keep your abs in. Everything's tall. Are you clenching your glutes? Tap. It's a little baby move that's very impactful. You should be able to feel that right glute tighten up through the whole thing, yes? And 4, and 3, and 2, one more. Rest. When you release it, it's when it really is like,
feel up in here,
yes.
right there.
So, because we can do squats, and I can just relax and just drop my butt and come up and not think anything of it. That's why some people can do like a Jillian squats. How do you do that? So you're not engaging. Right now, you know where your booty is, right? Going back to that plie. Before you go anywhere, tuck your tush, squeeze into it. Ready? And lower. Now pull your thighs towards each other, right? Pull towards each other. Can you feel the difference? Pull. So you should feel your inner thighs activate. You should feel your pelvic floor coming up, right? Feel your abdominals and feel your glutes. Squeeze everything. Squeeze everything. And every time I teach a technique type class, I hurt the next day because it's like super like concentrated. Let's do 2 more. 1 more. And up rest. So you should be able to feel your inner thighs and glutes definitely. I'm going to ask you a weird question. Do you feel your quads so much? I know, right?
I feel most all here.
Exactly. So that's what I'm talking about. Is usually y'all fuss about your quads hurting because your glutes aren't activating at all. They're not healthy. So does that help a little bit, right? All right, so I am going to go to a lunge, and I want you to think about everything we've been doing. And so what we've been talking about is inner thighs and glutes, right? Make sure you're not on the tightrope, railroad tracks or skis, right? And it doesn't have to be big. Now, tuck your butt. Find the stretch on the front of your hip flexor and quad, right? Pull your abs up and in. We're gonna stay high with this one. The front knee does not move forward or back. It's a fixed position. So lower that left knee just a little bit. Squeeze your glutes through the whole thing. I want you to clench your glutes. Can you feel your hip flexor stretch a little more now? Right, because your glutes actually engaged. Do you feel more glute than quad? Do you feel more inner thigh than quad? 1 more. And up.
I got the quad.
Like you should have been able to feel your glute and your inner thigh and even up into your groin more than your quad. That's how much I'm clenching and using my glute more than my quad. Not that it shouldn't be active, don't get me wrong. We you have a ghost on Halloween. How cool is that? Okay. That's all I got. Don't worry about it. It's gonna, the more you try to fix this, the more it's gonna fall, you know. So, the back foot, make sure I'm allowing my heel to pop out a little bit, and you can see it makes my foot look weird. If I engage my inner thigh, it pulls it to the ball of my foot. My first and second toe. Find the stretch. Ready? Just a little baby lunge, a baby lunge. So relax your glutes for a minute. Does it feel different? Now clench your glutes. Can you feel that back leg, that inner thigh, all the stuff working out? And again, keep your head weight over your pelvis or to your tailbone. Pull your abs up. And it's not that I'm helping, right? It's a balance point. Let's do one more. And up.
I must have done that one differently because I didn't feel as much here.
And, you know, there might be a quad that's just not as strong, you might feel a little more, but it does feel different, yeah?
Yeah.
All right, so back to the plie. Tuck under, ready, slide the ball. Slide the ball. Slide the ball. Do your hips feel like they can move easier right now? Perfect. So we're just doing some mobility training, but like, making things work better. A couple more. Last one. And rest. So we can get our glutes to activate better, our lower backs happy, right? All right, so we're going back to that quasi-quad concept. So once I get here, I want you to tuck my tush, shoot, right? Now clench your glutes. I want you to think about your inner thigh on the back leg. Can you squeeze into it more? I want you to lower it about halfway down. Can you feel it's still activated? Ready? We're gonna pulse. Ready? We have it. Keep going. You have 10, 9, 8, abs in, 7, 6, clench your glutes, 4, 3, 2, stand up. Can you feel your inner thigh right now? Like it says, I was working. Do you feel less quad? Yeah. Isn't it kind of weird how when you think when you're like, oh, I'm gonna work with quads, right? Here we go again. Get yourself all set up. Tuck your tush. Think about that back leg, that inner thigh activated. Squeeze your glutes. Lower back halfway down. Now find that inner thigh a little bit more. Ready? And pulse. Keep your abs drawn in. Keep tight. And 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. Squeeze that inner thigh. 3, 2, and stand up. Did that feel different on that time?
Yeah.
Good. So again, all we're doing is firing up. I want these, I'll call them assister muscles. They're assisting the main primary mover. So that's how weak our inner thighs actually are. Right? You can't even, I really can't even feel my quads working because my inner thighs are so much weaker. Okay? So we were doing that lovely knee out thing earlier. Nice and tall, turn your knee out. I actually want your hip to open up, but I need your shoulders to stay squared up, so we can't open up like a playing card. We have to keep the shoulder closed, but the hip is to open. We're gonna lift everything up, tuck your tush. Right, just having that leg in the back and your toe turning towards the left. Can you feel your glute already? So hamstring curl from here. So kick your tush and out. Kick your tush, out. Kick. Can you feel your glute first of all? Can you feel your hamstring? Will your abs up? 2 more. 1 more. And rest. You can feel like that whole thing. Other side. Nice and tall. Turn your knee out. And again, let that right hip open up. Shoulders stay straight up to the wall. Ready? And kick your butt. In. Pull your tailbone towards the chair. Keep your abs tight. Is that a big move? You don't have a choice, you have to include your glutes, yes? Let's do a couple more, because it's fun. And rest. Right, and this is without weights. This is without weights, so rest for just a second. Are you feeling your lower back? I mean, like a lot, because if you are, that's telling me you're not keeping tough, right? So no lower back should be involved. All right, so pull everything up. My leg is going to be, my knee is going to be soft. I'm thinking about 7 o'clock. So this is 12, this is 7. I want you to push your big toe into the floor for a minute. Tap your butt, right? So, Karen, can you point more out? There you go. Now push your big toe in. Now, tighten glutes. Can you feel all the stuff working? Keep it, and we're gonna do baby lifts. Ready? Squeeze and lift, a lift, a lift, a lift. Can you feel your glutes really firing up? We're not lifting very high, but we're definitely engaged. Feel your navel, lift, and lift, and lift, and lift. For 4, a 3, a 2, bring it down. When you bring it down, you have like a big release, right? Other side, nice and tall, tuck your tush. Make sure it's the inside edge of your big toe. Pushing the ground, push hard. Make it, tighten up that glute, everything's pulled up, ready? And lift, go up and up. Don't loosen anything up. Because you can't lift your leg very high if you do, or if you don't. Whatever the words are. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and down and rest. And again, you should have like a release in that area. And look at the time it is. Time is flying by.
You go a bit faster.
What's that? You can go faster? All right, let's go to that thing. So, it's really easy to have your hips kicked back. So think about tucking under, slide the ball. Down, up, down, pull in. Can you feel your abs today? I mean, like, we haven't done one crunch, and I can feel my lower abdominals trying to stay fired up because I'm keeping my glutes more engaged and my inner thighs engaged. Let's do a couple more. 1 more. So I'm doing hip openers with the bleedings. Right, so things don't get too crazy tight. I want to do leg swings. I like holding onto the chair because right? And this is actually to help loosen up that hip joint just a little bit more. So toe out, nice and tall. I just want to swing the leg through, but my hips don't get to go anywhere. Just swing it through. Swing through. Swing through. So if you feel your lower back, it means your tailbone is going off, right? Pull your abs. Swing through. 1 more. Make sure you're clear of the chair. We're going to swing across. Tuck, ready? Swing, 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 swing. My hips don't like a pop and pop. This is looser now. Nice. One more time. And rest. Can you feel your hip flexors right now? And all we did was swing the leg, right? Switch sides. So nice and tall. Ready? And swing, swing. And I'm trying to keep my pelvis in neutral. Allowing the hip flexors to stretch and work. Pull my abdominals, toes turned out. One more. Make sure you're clear of the chair. And swing across and swing back. Across and out. Right, hand on. No big deal. We're just swinging the leg. But a lot of stuff is working right now. Just swing the leg. And 4, and 3, and 2. Bring it down, rest. And you can feel the hip flexors. I'm going to pull a Cheryl. Are you ready?
I don't know. I never knew.
She is so scary. So these are first positions. I need you to squeeze everything together. Tuck your tush, find your abs, right? Think about the ball of your foot and their first and second toe. We're gonna just lift all the way up, try to squeeze your legs together. And lower. And the whole time I'm squeezing my legs and clenching my glutes. This is where the chair is going to come into play. Because it's a lift, 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 lower, 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 lower. So we have 4, 3, 2, down, 4, 3, 2, up. So don't drop hard. These are slow and methodical. And you think about your first and second toe and the ball of your foot, because that's where I want to go to. And the whole time, we're going to lift and hold. You have 8 pulses high. Go 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and bring it down. Rest. When you rest, you can feel the inside track of your legs. I feel it even on the outside because inside's getting tired. Right? Check out. We're going to put lower right foot, bring it forward first. I'm turning my toes out from each other. I'm going to slide into my arch. Pull everything up. Now tuck your tush. Right? Here we go. Slow lift, slow lower. Lift and lower. At the peak, I want you to clench. Ready? Clench your glutes and keep them tight and lower. Keep everything, your legs tight together. Brace them together. Squeeze and lower. Squeeze and lower. I'm pulling together, pulling together, pulling together. She fell off the wagon. Ready? And up top, hold, pulse for 8, 7, 6, 5, clinch, 3, 2, drop. We're going to slide that leg around. Left foot, left heel is in your right arch. And again, the whole time I'm like pulling. I'm squeezing the whole time. Pull up. Ready? We have slow lifts. Squeeze up and lower down. Squeeze up and lower down. So think about your legs bracing to each other through the whole move. Like there's no daylight in between my legs when I come up. Because I could go out, my knees bend, but I'm pulling together the whole way, which makes my glutes fire up a little bit more. Pull your abs up and in. Squeeze in, make sure your glutes are firing. Keep them tight the whole time. We're gonna lift, hold. 8 pulses, 4, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and drop. And you should be able to feel your backside. I mean, just like all of it. I'm going to a lunge. Lift it back. Full lunge this time. Your back foot. Think about your first and second toe, the ball of your foot. Got it? Can you feel your hip flexor stretch? Clench your glutes. Ready? Lower. Lower down and stand up. Lower down and stand up. That's it. Down, up, down, up. down, up, down, up, down, up. Squeeze your glute. Squeeze that glute, squeeze that glute. Let's do a couple more. One more. And stand up. What did you feel? Did you feel your whole leg that time? Did you feel your, yeah, you should,
Yeah, I don't know, it's felt a little bit in the front, not a lot.
not a lot, but could you feel more of a stretch?
I felt
Yeah. Switch. So again, back foot, first and second toe ball of your foot, right? It automatically engages everything up, ready, lower. So we have a lower, a lower. And again, I'm just using the chair for balance because I want you to use your muscles to move me today. Up and down. Squeeze your glutes. Find your abs. We're gonna do 2 more here. 1 more. And up. You have a general fatigue in your legs.
Yeah.
I mean, so we've done seriously like 30 minutes straight of just like the legs. No weights, but we're a little more focused. All right, so nice and tall. Feet are hip apart. No, we don't. Tuck your toes. Now think about your abdominals. Tighten them up. Are you very aware of your belly right now? Like, we have not done one crunch, but you can feel where it's at. Relax. Take a breath. Exhale, pull up again. Pull. Can you feel your glutes tighten up now? And relax. I know it's like, okay, hold on. Make sure you're breathing through this, by the way. Inhale. Exhale, pull up. So you find your ab, you can feel your glutes firing up. Can you find your inner thighs? Are they active? Without you thinking squeeze? You feel tall. Shoulders relaxed. Release one more time. When you relax, could you feel your back change position? Like it almost went. Ready? Here we go. Pull up. Squeeze your abdominals. Can you feel your tailbone slide under? As soon as you pulled your abdominals, everything went into alignment. And now my inner thighs are active, my glutes are active. I can find all of this. And my shoulders are very relaxed, like I feel very stacked and confident. And just let it go. So that's how much core work we did today. Because you can feel everything that it asks you to feel, right? So we're gonna stretch. I'm gonna use the chair. Move on to the chair, leg up. And let it turn out. It doesn't matter which leg, by the way, because we're gonna do both. So, while we're hanging out, if you have the other leg, we will more balance. There you go. So, tuck your tush. We're just going to take our chest forward first. Keep pulling in. Can you feel your hip joint? We're going to take your right hand, hold on to the chair, give a rotation. Oh my goodness. Can you feel your hip joint? We're going to come back. We're going to put our forearm on the chair, which lowers us down a little bit more. And we're going to, I'm just keeping this knee. I have more pressure. I'm not pushing. And then go over my right shoulder. Hold my work. And up and bring the leg down. When you, yeah, it feels like, oh my goodness, right? So So I'm not giving traditional stretches today at all. Usually it's like, and do this and do that and blah, right? So when I start, I think, relax, let my leg go. Now, tuck your tush, find your abdominals, and just take your chest forward. First of all, I can feel the hip joint. I feel a release in my back. Keep your abdominals tight, protect your back muscles. We're going to, should go first. Let's go towards the back of the chair first, just because. Can you feel your back stretch with this as well? In fact, my back just popped 3 times. It just gave way, which is awesome. And let's rotate the other way. Can you feel that hip joint? And come up. And again, you know it's gonna feel weird when you put that leg down. Joke, that's gonna feel weird. Hands in the chair. So I'm trying to get my hips over my heels first of all. Pull your abdominals up. Can you feel your belly? Like you can feel your belly, right? Can you feel your lower back stretch? I want you to arch your back. Take it in your chest. Can you feel your lower back a little more? Go to a flat back. We're going to take your right foot behind your left foot, and we're just going to push back. Keep the leg straight. What's that?
That feels good.
Yeah, it does. Come back to neutral. Left foot goes behind the right foot, and we're just gonna push back, keeping the legs nice and straight. Abs are tight. And come up. Bend your knees, hands on your knees, roll up. We'll call it a class. And again, it's kind of interesting that I feel all of this. I don't feel quads as much. We're just using more muscle groups to help. How about that? You didn't even use that, did you? Sorry, guys. At least one less thing to worry about, right? Oh, and I still have my glasses on my head. That never happens. Phew. Fair enough. Thank you. You are welcome. Well, sorry about the music today. That kind of stunk. Actually, it's probably a good thing